You've got to be kidding me. Welcome back, ladies, gentlemen, and NBs, and thank you for tuning back into St. Andrew TV, a cure for your Monday blues. I am your host, Andrew, and today we are doing another installment of fancy gun spinning tricks. However, my holster looks a little bit different today because we see some white coming out of it. That's because we will be spinning an 1851 Navy. This was a generous donation from one of my subscribers. His name is Angry Ranger, and he sent it to me thinking that it would be in a good home, especially for somebody who is a collector of antique firearms. So much obliged, Angry Ranger. I certainly do appreciate it, and I will cherish it and treat it properly. And today we're going to even spin it like you requested. But what spin to do, we might ask? Well, the spin actually comes from a comment from Wolf Gaming 2 stating that he would like to see Red Harlow's gun spin from the old PS2 game Red Dead Revolver. So I'm bridging the gap yet again today. We are going to do gun spinning tricks with an old 51 Navy, and we are going to do it from Red Dead Revolver because I do know Red Harlow's weapon of choice was the 1851 Colt Navy. And if you follow me along, I'm going to show you how to do it. So to make this as easy as possible, I'm going to do the loading screen that you see here. You saw it at the beginning of the video as well, just a 15 to 17 second clip of you loading into the game, and it is of Red Harlow doing some very fancy spinning of his six gun, and I would even say a mastery of sorts. It was pretty incredible. I actually had to watch it at 25% speed to get every movement down to a T. And I've been working on it for the last couple hours now. And hopefully I broke it down to where we can do it, maybe not in 20 seconds, but we can do the routine in a borderline acceptable fashion. Hell, I even got the closest hat in my collection that looks like Red Harlow's hat. So the first thing we do with any fancy gun spinning trick is we check if our revolver is unloaded. Now this is a cap and ball revolver. You can see that there are no caps on the nipples here. Fun word and fun gun. Just to ensure everybody at home, even if this thing was loaded, there's no possible way it's going to go off. Side note, if you see me look down, that is because I've written the sequence down into 5 parts, and it's even going to help me today because the biggest challenge of this gun spin, believe it or not, is memorizing the routine. So the first action in this routine that we are doing from Mr. Red Harlow himself is we take our revolver and we're going to start in the firing position right here from the hip. And we are going to do 2 forward spins up, 2 forward spins back, and you are going to actually fake a third one right here at about the 5 o'clock position on your backside. This is noon, about 5 o'clock. Just like that. You do 4 spins in total and bring up the revolver while you're doing the forward spins. For the first 2, and then the second 2, you bring it down. And then on the potential 5th spin, you're going to stop it like that. And that's what leads us into sequence 2. From the 5 o'clock position, as you saw, we pump faked that 5th front spin. You're going to do 2 backward spins up like that, back up here. And this is where you actually pump fake a forward spin again, like so. Just like that. Sequence 2 is now complete. This is where having an elongated Navy barrel is going to get challenging, because now we got to do flat spins. So we have the gun right here. The first flat spin is coming back into your body like this. The second one is coming out here like this. Along with that, in sequence 3, once you get it back out here, you're going to do a backward spin down. And from the looks of it, it looks like he does backward spin up and down like so, and then he throws the revolver up. The frame is cut there, so I'm just assuming on the 2 spins, but you can visibly see him throw the revolver up, rotates 360 degrees, and then catch it. And that is sequence 3. So let's do it there. 5 o'clock position, we're gonna bring it up, pump fake, then we're gonna flat spin this way, then we're gonna flat spin this way, then we're gonna bring it down like this. And then this is where it's going to get really tricky, because once you bring it back down here with a backward spin, you are going to flip the revolver upward like so. But now we move on to sequence 4, and that's after you catch the revolver. You're trying to catch it back here. Obviously you want to catch the revolver in front of you, but bring it back to the 5 o'clock position. Once you get it to the 5 o'clock position, you're going to backspin back up, then you're going to do another flat spin out to the side, you're going to do a backward spin, and then you're going to do a forward spin. And that moves right into sequence 5 almost immediately, because once you do that forward spin, you're going to do another forward spin, and you're going to do another forward spin, and you're going to bring it out like you are aiming at something. If you even need to cock it to look cool, cock it to look cool. So it is worth noting that once you get up here, you're going to bring it back out like this, and this is actually where the loading screen cuts out of frame, and you can only use speculation for the next part here. From what it looks like in the loading screen, it actually cuts to frame here, but by the motion of his arm, it looks like after that initial backspin, like here, he kind of comes down and rocks the revolver a little bit. So he kind of spins. If you want to do forward spins because you like them more, because they're easier, do that. But just throw like a miscellaneous 2 spins, because you can't really see what he's doing. So I do apologize if I do get this part wrong, and if you talk to somehow a Rockstar developer of what they were doing at that time, maybe you can get some clarification on what the spins were out of frame. But for all intents and purposes, we are just going to do some miscellaneous ones down here. This is your own creativity. But whatever you choose to do, just keep in mind that this moves us into the last sequence of the revolver combination that we're doing here, because you are going to move into a flat spin away from your body. So you're going to kick the revolver out, and then you're going to do a back spin, and then you are going to holster your weapon. That's a lot for a 15 to 17 second clip. Obviously it is a video game. I don't know of any human being who could maybe match that speed, maybe can get it down to about the 25-second mark. That's what we're going to do today, and hopefully we can keep up, and hopefully, if I can remember the sequence properly, I can get it to you one take, and we can do a really cool St. Andrew as Red Harlow kind of loading screen. So there it was in its entirety. It's a little bit more rigid than one would like, and probably took more than 15 to 17 seconds. However, I did it move for move, and remember, I am replicating a video game. You don't see the hour and a half it took me to complete that. I have relatively long arms, and it's like an NBA three-point shooter. You want shorter arms to shoot because it's less arm that you have to move around with that. So I am quite happy with it. What you're about to see is me editing it into the loading screen that you see Red Harlow do, but it's just gonna say Saint instead of Red. Thus completes, I ran the numbers in my head, thus completes the most difficult gun spinning challenge I have ever done. From start to finish, this is probably a tight-knit 10-12 minute video. This one took me 3 hours of filming to break down, with the inclusion of breaking down the gun spin at 25% speed, all the way up to learning the moves and perfectly memorizing and reciting said moves in real time. And in addition to that, editing it into the loading screen that you see Red Harlow be a part of. I challenge everybody viewing this video to tag me on social media. You can go to the bio on my YouTube page and tag me in whatever platform that you have. Tag me, St. Andrew TV, on all major platforms, showing me maybe you can do this better. Maybe you have shorter arms. Maybe you're just a better gun spinner. I would absolutely adore seeing people try this, and I will even, at the end of the video after the outro, take a picture of what I've written down here so you can have a physical copy of exactly what spin you're doing and in what sequence. A big thank you to Angry Ranger for the Navy 6 that I was spinning today, and another big thank you to Wolf Gaming 2 for the comment. This one is something that I feel very accomplished to do. However, I am exhausted, so I appreciate everybody getting this far into the video. Please leave a like if you've enjoyed today's video, or leave me a comment stating what you liked, or tell me what I should do next. I have a Patreon that is linked down in the description below, or it is appearing at the bottom of your screen here. If you enjoy the content that you see on St. Andrew TV, feel free to leave a donation at the Patreon. I am only community funded, and community funded only. No external forces dictate what goes on this channel. It is all you guys and out of my own pocket, leaving it only to be grass-rooted. That is not to say to feel any obligation to go donate, only if your means allow you to do so. The content on YouTube will forever remain free. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed as of late, but for those of you who have come across this video or this channel, maybe because you like Old West content, maybe you wanted to learn more gun spinning, especially this one coming from the video game Red Dead Revolver. Or maybe I should be in the new Red Dead game and I should motion capture the character of Red Harlow. Think about hitting that subscribe button, because you're a daisy if you do.